need to dance to this.
Hey, this is Kelly.
And this is Sue.
Welcome to Front Porch AF. We're friends and neighbors.
Gather to have a drink and a laugh and figure out how to solve all the problems of the world. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, Sue.
Ah.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, we're down here in what I think is a too dark studio, so we'll have to talk
agree.
to our lighting expert about that.
I think we might need to
I
find a
understand that
lighting
you brought
expert.
a makeup artist with you today,
Yeah, I have
and
my-
it shows. Look at that face.
Yeah.
We're number one.
You're number one, Sue. Yeah, I got Aunt Janet. We got a special guest in the studio.
And we have a studio audience of one. Hey, Aunt Janet.
Hey, Aunt
Thank you
Janet.
for coming along. And guess what else we have on the show?
I'm what?
Man, we are having the tastiest show, and I do mean tasty.
Oh, yeah?
Our topic today is entrepreneurship and Italian food.
Oh, wow.
With a little bit of music thrown in. Our guest is Gina Sicilia, blues singer, Italian cook extraordinaire, and entrepreneur. She'll be talking music, food, and how to grow a business.
This is going to be fun.
It is, and it's going to be tasty because
yeah.
I've tasted her food.
I haven't yet. I'm super excited. I've discovered her through this. So I'm very excited about that.
This is the big thing. Anyway,
What are you having to drink? It's a new day for
ladies
us.
and gentlemen, and for those of you just listening, I'm holding up a new drink. I am having, not that I've never had one before in my whole life, but this is the first time on the show. This is the first. It is a margarita in a salt rimmed glass.
Looks good. Looks
Thank you.
tasty.
Yes, I'll make one for you if you ever give up beer.
Well, why would I do that?
I don't know. What was I thinking?
What were you thinking? Yeah, so I'm having my regular beer, but I've got a Huggy from Carrollton Station, which is in New Orleans. And so we'll talk a little bit about JazzFest. We were down there.
That's
and,
right.
Yeah, this is if you're in New Orleans and you want to go hear some music, it's a great spot for live music.
You sent me a nice photo from there. Mm-hmm. I've got it to put up on the web
Yeah, you
and
sure
on
do.
our socials.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Gosh, that leads us to neighborhood notes.
What have you got for neighborhood
Okay,
notes?
I'm going to start out with the easy one. Okay, my friend Chris.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mark.
No, Mark's my husband.
He's
my
easy.
friend Chris, who was my partner in many, many, many Vietnam War protests back in the early 70s, sent me a book. And wait a minute. That's not neighborhood notes. That's the mailbag. The neighborhood notes is the business
I
card.
thought I had hospital delirium.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
We were sitting at Dee's the other day, and the band that was going to play came in to set up. Mm-hmm. The band's singer and lead singer is a woman named Vanna Pacella. She is from Boston, wicked Boston. Actually, she's from Cape Cod. But her dad, did I love this? Her dad went around the bar, passed out business cards, and I will put this, I'll take a shot, and asked everybody to come and stay and hear his daughter play. He drives their van.
Oh, how cool.
On their tour. Isn't that
That's so
nice?
great,
Mr.
yeah.
Pacella, here's to you.
That's a good one.
Isn't that a good one? Number two, I have three.
Okay.
Number two, thank you to TikTok influencer, our guest, our friend, Stacy Huckabee. Stacy is an influencer and recommends things on her shop. One of the things that she recommended was a front closing bra for older women. It finally came.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're not taking your shirt off,
No,
are
I'm
you?
not going to take my shirt off, but I am going to show you. And you can. I'll take a picture on the web. This is the most comfortable real ass bra I have ever worn. Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you, Stacy,
It's
for boob control.
Yeah, it is. And it just lifts and separates. Honestly. Anyway, and which is good.
Can you still put your cell phone in there?
Can I still put my cell phone in there? I can put a full goddamn drink in there. Look at this.
All right, okay.
Yes. But now it's, oh my goodness.
Oh, that
It is
reminds me.
cleavage.
Oh my gosh. Before you do your next, that reminds me. So we were in New Orleans, right? And there's this little package store right by Molly's on the market where we like to sit and have an afternoon cocktail. And we go in and there's a big handwritten sign, no titty money.
No titty money.
And they're like, it
Nobody
is hot.
can take money out of their tits and pay the bill.
They're like, it is too hot and people are too sweaty and it's too
my
nasty.
God,
We
no
will
titty
not
money.
accept it.
Did you take a picture by any chance?
No, I should have. I will next time I'm
Missed
down there.
opportunity. And as many of you know, we did a show last year that was one of my favorite. It was about getting old, growing old, and I'm as we all know, I'm probably the oldest person.
You're the oldest in this room.
Oldest in this room, oldest in a lot of rooms. I'm 78. And with the exception of a very few close friends who now are dispersed, they don't live here in Nashville, I don't have a lot of time to speak with compatriots about the next step, what's coming up.
Okay.
You know, because y'all are pretty young. I found and now attend, thanks to AARP and SeniorCenter.org, a bi-weekly death cafe.
Oh my God. What is that?
It is led by a death doula, and it's nationwide.
Oh my God.
We have about 100 to 150 people who tune in, all of a certain age, and I am not the youngest one in the room.
What do y'all talk about?
I'm not the oldest one.
Like,
in the room.
what's the goal?
The goal is to sort out the matters pertaining to what's coming up not too long for a lot of us. Not only the financial and physical and emotional and just the practical things, but also the are you scared?
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
what are you doing to think about this? It is a very, I found my tribe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
The Death Cafe,
And
and
Janet,
I'll have all the links on the website.
You need to check that out. We've been talking a lot about that. Because my neighborhood note. Are you done with your neighborhood?
I think I am done with my neighborhood note, and I would love to get the death doula. She lives here in Nashville.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Even though it's nationwide, she just happens to live here in Nashville.
Yeah.
Love to get her on and talk about the steps.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
and what you're dealing with. But so
Didn't even know that was a job, really. You know?
Oh, I didn't either. But, you know, there are birth doulas.
Right,
And this is a death doula. And you can get somebody to help you in those last few weeks. And, you know.
Very cool.
So there you go.
There you go. Well, we've been talking about it a lot because, you know, my mom with advanced dementia was in the hospital this week because she had a fracture of her femur right there at the ball of joint. And Aunt Janet and I have been talking about, like, Mom didn't get to say, like, she got dementia before she could say, hey, when I get to this point, I want this or I want that. So I think it's pretty cool that you're starting to think about those things in those conversations. But one of the things that happened to us is she was in the hospital for 4 days. I don't know. We all had hospital delirium.
I can testify to that.
We were so
Your whole
goofy.
household.
The whole household. It was
like you're
nuts.
huffing shit.
It felt like we were high. Last night we were laughing like we had smoked a joint, but we didn't. But it was just crazy. But I just wanted to say, if you are going in the hospital or you have a friend going in the hospital, you need an advocate. If you do not have somebody with you in the hospital, you are not SOL. You are SOL. The staff was all amazing, but if there's not somebody there telling them, like, my person needs this or that, they're busy doing other stuff, and they're not gonna, you know,
and they are overworked.
They're over. Yeah, and you're just not gonna get the care you get. So that's just a little public service announcement. To go,
don't get
go
me
to the
started on hospitalists.
And we definitely aren't going to talk about hospitalists.
We're not going to talk about hospitalists. I will not rant about hospitalists.
And I won't rant about knucklehead nurse managers, okay?
Okay, knucklehead nurse managers. What have you managed today, knucklehead?
Exactly. Nothing, because your nurses are overworked and you're not distributing their work.
That's
we are
right.
not talking about that.
No, we won't.
My other neighborhood note is,
go ahead.
As you know, I don't mow my grass in April. No
April,
right?
April.
But
and it's turned into?
It's turned into no mow May because Papa D and I were going to mow it this weekend, but of course Mama had her accident, so we were in the hospital, and so I had a neighbor send me a wellness check text yesterday. He said, "Are you okay? Your yard says otherwise." And Janet said, it looks really bad.
Listen, when you see somebody in a black cape with a scythe, they're not coming to kill you. They're coming to mow your lawn.
Coming to mow your grass. Anyway, to anybody listening that's concerned, I'm fine. I'm mowing the grass this weekend.
You are mowing the grass?
Yeah.
That's still 3 days away.
I'll do the best I can with the time I got.
I have a very good friend at Codes.
I know. She's my friend, too. Last thing was JazzFest. We had a blast down there. We had those, Piper got us those little folding bikes, and so we stayed in the quarter, and then we just rode back and forth with our cocktails on our bike to JazzFest every day.
That's so great.
It was so fun, and had the best fried okra I've ever had in my entire life at Louisa's by the track. They cut it long ways, and they fry it with a really light batter like you would batter fried shrimp with. Is so, oh my gosh, it was the best. I have a picture of it that we can put up on the web.
Oh, okay. Do you have the recipe for it? Even more important.
They
don't
didn't.
Don't you come talking to me about food.
I
and
don't
not
think
tell
they're
me how
going to give
make
us
it.
a recipe from the store. It's a special. It's their
Do
special.
I have to go to New Orleans?
You have to go to New Orleans. Go to Louisa's.
All right.
There's 2 Louisa's though, so you got to go to the one by the track.
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
I'm happy to eat anywhere in New Orleans anytime.
Oh, I know. We ate so
I'm
good.
so jealous that you were down there eating and sending me all these pictures, and I'm sitting there, with my slice of turkey on a 3-day-old piece of white
Hate it
bread.
for you. Hate it. Yeah. And Stevie Nicks, we saw her the first Saturday night. Amazing.
Was it during thunder? Which
Yeah, it was
only
raining
happens
when
when
it's
it's
raining. Yeah. And then in our last song, a rainbow came out right over the top of
I
the
saw that,
stage. It was
yes.
so cool. It was pretty special. And she sang Landslide, and everybody, even the dudes, like everybody in the audience was crying. It was amazing.
Landslide. You won't let me sing it though, will you?
No, please don't.
All right.
Let's go on. What's next? You got something in the mailbag?
Mailbag. I do. Now,
yeah.
the very first thing, though, is this is me rumbling around in my bag to get out. Guess what I got in the mail?
I have no idea.
I got a thank you note from you. A real thank you note from Kelly to me. And I don't remember now what it was. Oh, the glass. It was for
my
the
birthday.
appropriately sized birthday glass that I got Kelly, which actually holds liquor.
Yours holds
Compared
liquor.
to the glass she got me, which she thought was a highball glass, which in fact turned out to be
Which
a
we've
shot
talked
glass.
about.
Which, yes, and you've owned up.
Yeah.
And the second piece of mail that I got, and now I'm going to hold up the book, and the photo will be on the web. The book is called May Day, 1971, A Revolt in the Street, the Vietnam War, and the Untold History of America's Biggest Mass Arrest. And that's where I was, April and May of 1971. This is about that movement. This is from my friend, the attorney.
So
and,
cool.
So
I really want to
do
read
have
that book.
corroboration for my stories.
Yeah, I want to read that book. But you realize that I was born in April of 1971.
When
you were avoiding arrest.
Papa D and I at your house last night were talking about your stepdaddy, Papa D.
Yeah.
Was in the National Guard.
Oh yeah.
And was guarding against Vietnam protesters at the same time I was protesting.
Yeah.
And we both came together over a cocktail.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
56 years later.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Pretty amazing.
Well, that's anything in the mailbag for you?
No, I don't have anything. Oh,
What?
our friend Stacy
Which thing?
from
Oh,
Tylertown.
Stacey, yes. Oh,
that makes Huggies has got
Yes.
a whole brand new style Huggy that she knitted last week, and she's sending it up here. I'm so excited. It's a surprise.
okay. It's a surprise that she's sending it because you've just blown it, or what it is.
What it is
a surprise.
yeah, the new
And,
design.
okay, we'll bring it on the next pod.
It's a new design. When I get it.
Yeah, when you get it. And the hand on the clock on the wall says
it's about that time.
It is about that time. We get to bring on our guest. And okay, as you know, I slave over these introductions. So I want to do it. I want to do it
So read
and
it.
her justice. All right. Nashville is a hotbed of creativity and not just music. We've had guests from all branches of the arts here on Front Porch AF, but this is the first time we've had a musician whose other standout creative path is cooking. Today's guest is my friend Gina Sicilia, whom I first met as a singer, songwriter, and a musician. Her album, Heard the Lie, hit the Billboard Top 10 Blues chart, and she was nominated for a Blues Music Award as Best New Artist. Gina has been releasing albums since 2007, including Bring It On Home. Oh, man, a tribute to Sam Cooke on Blue Elan Records, which just came out last year. I love this record. And then there's her cooking. Gina was raised in Philadelphia by her Italian immigrant father and Italian-American mother. And during the pandemic, Gina started taking her home-cooked Italian dishes to the local farmers market, which led to catering, which led to her own line of low-carb, keto-friendly sauces and dry pastas, now carried on Amazon and in grocery stores throughout the Middle Tennessee. And soon, mark this brand, Gina's Skinny Italian, and yes, there will be pictures and links, will be in Kroger's too. So, Gina, come on over. Gina has built her business from the ground up and continues to combine it with her music and her community outreach. Her husband, our friend, public servant Jeff Syracuse, is lucky enough to eat her cooking every day, which she documents on Facebook and makes me drool. How does she do it? Let's find out. Welcome to our front porch, Gina Sicilia. Yay!
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. And thank you for accepting our thank you gift of prepackaged trail mix.
Oh, yes.
Not anywhere near Gina's Skinny Italian.
I know. I love all snacks, any and all snacks. I am not a snob when it comes to snacks.
Okay.
That's great.
I
Well,
will
good.
probably eat them on the way home.
Okay. both,
In all honesty.
You know, there's a pack in there for Jeff, too.
Oh, okay. Well, you may or may not get it. I don't know. If I
Tell him
don't-
not to listen to
if
this
I don't
part
eat
of
them
the
both
show.
on the way home, yeah.
Okay. All right. First question.
Yes.
Are you a sauce person or a gravy person?
Oh, my family always said sauce.
Okay.
I think it really just depends on what your family says. I feel like gravy is a little bit more of a New York thing. And,
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago with Italian.
and you said gravy?
No, we said sauce.
Sauce, yeah.
Sauce. I never heard of gravy until The Sopranos.
Right. It's more
But
of
gravy's different, right?
American gravy is different, but some Italian Americans will call tomato sauce gravy, and it's a family thing. I think it just that's more North Jersey, maybe New York. My family in Philadelphia always said sauce, but to each their own.
Well,
whatever.
they
It's
were
all
right.
about tradition. Whatever you're. Yeah, exactly.
I've
You're
never
right.
heard tomato sauce called gravy.
It
Oh,
is-
no, yeah.
Never. Yeah.
Never-
It's,
no.
Well,
not
a
it.
lot of people never heard it until The Sopranos, and they're from Jersey.
Yes.
Jersey
North
and
Jersey.
New York. Yeah.
It will be a never-ending debate. That's for
Okay.
sure.
Now, starting back from the beginning, when did you know that you wanted to be a musician?
Oh, always. Since I was 2 years old, I wanted to be a singer. It was all I ever wanted to do, all I ever wanted to be. I've been singing that long. When I was about, 12 years old, I started writing songs. And it always went hand in hand for me, writing songs and singing. And when I was about 14 years old, I fell in love with blues music. I heard Bobby Bland for the first time when I was in middle school and fell in love and knew that I wanted to be a blues singer. I always loved the music that my parents would play around the house. I always loved oldies, and I always loved doo-wop and old soul and R&B. But then I naturally fell in love with blues, and that was it.
Well, now, when did you know you wanted to cook?
Many years later. Wow, many years later. It was never in my plans. It's always something I like to do. I mean, you come from an Italian family. It's a part of it. It's always a big part of it. I always enjoyed it, but never once in my life crossed my mind that I would do anything else besides music. Never thought of it. It's sort of something I stumbled into by accident, or a kind of passion that I discovered by accident that has turned out to be a really great thing.
Well, Kelly, you were asking about how Gina
Yeah.
came to this.
Did you come to Nashville for music?
I did. Yes. Almost 12 and a half, 13 years ago I came.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you get from taking Italian dishes, your home-cooked Italian dishes during the pandemic, to the Donaldson Farmers Market, to being a nationwide branded Italian food provider?
Well, I guess it just shows that when I do something, I sort of get obsessed with it, and I
No.
want to take it all the way, right? I want to take it all the way, and So I started cooking more during the pandemic, like a lot of people did, spending a lot of time in the kitchen. And during the pandemic, in May 2020, I was also releasing an album. It was kind of too late. There was no going back. It was already in the process of being released. So I said, let's do it. Even though all the tour dates were canceled to support it, I still went ahead and released it. It was an album I did with the North Mississippi All-Stars.
Oh, wow.
And an album of love songs that I did. Cody Dickinson produced it. So I was so excited about it too, and so many tour dates planned. And but I decided to go through with the album release anyway. But I started incorporating all the cooking into the album release. I would do live stream cooking shows live from my apartment in East Nashville and feature.
Are they still up on the web? Can you still see
I think so.
I think so.
It was called
great.
Friday Feasts with Gina, something
I
like
think
that.
Yeah.
And I would feature a song from the album and a dish to go with it, that sort of thing.
That's cool.
For people who pre-ordered the album, I would offer recipe cards, that kind of thing. And then just kept doing more and more of it. And it was I started writing a cookbook, and then earlier in 2021, I decided to make it into a business, sort of impulsively. I decided to start selling meals to neighbors over the internet. And I posted, okay, I've got my business going. I have pasta for sale. I sold 50 just like that. And that was it. The rest was history. I started doing farmers markets and then just let it go from there.
So are your recipes family recipes?
Yeah, some family recipes, some that I've just created my own. My mom, I guess, is the one who taught me how to make tomato sauce, so that was inspired by her. But so some of my own and some traditional recipes as well.
Well, you go back to Italy regularly.
Yes, we do. Yes.
How does that affect
a lot.
your cooking
A
and
lot.
your music?
A lot. And I've been performing in Italy every time I go and always inspired by the food. And Southern Italy has a really unique, really I hate the word rustic, but simple rustic cuisine, and it's just the most simple of ingredients, but so flavorful and so fresh, and that really inspires it as well. The dishes that I want to create. So I'm gonna launch a fourth flavor of sauce soon, and it's going to be called Spicy Calabrian because my dad is from Calabria. That's where I have family, and so it's inspired by there. But it always inspires it.
Hey, growing up in Mississippi, Kelly, what was your exposure to Italian food? If any.
Spaghetti.
What sauce did you? Was it a canned sauce, or did your mom make it, from scratch?
No, none of that was ever made from scratch. I would just be like from the jar.
Yeah.
So that was my exposure to Italian food.
Okay, so Gina, tell me, why do so many people put sugar in spaghetti sauce? I don't. And how did you come upon the keto-friendly?
Wait. Do people really put sugar in?
Oh,
They
yes.
do, yeah.
Read the label on ragu.
Yeah,
Oh.
they do.
Do you use much sugar?
I don't use any sugar, and that's sort of part of my mission is to not use those I think unnecessary ingredients and to keep it healthier. And I always had this idea, even early on starting my business, of the idea of keto-friendly Italian. I felt that in the market there wasn't one single brand that was devoted to that across categories, from pasta to sauce, meals, soups, just strictly healthy Italian, and marketing themselves as that. So I always had that idea, but I didn't really know how to execute it. I've always wanted to do frozen meals that are low carb and Italian. That kind of got a little bit complicated. I didn't have the right facility to manufacture, and so I decided to launch the concept with jarred sauces because I could find a co-packer. It was shelf stable. I didn't have to worry about refrigeration because it can get complicated, the food business with manufacturing and storage and everything. It can get kind of complicated. So I decided to start it in a sort of an easier way with jarred sauces that are shelf stable. With no added sugar, no additives really of any kind, no unnecessary ingredients, clean ingredients, and sort of establish the better for you, health forward Italian brand with those products. And then I moved on to a low carb pasta last year as well.
I'm excited about that.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you, we have tried every low carb pasta out there, literally. Yours, Gina's Skinny Italian penne pasta is the best. My husband, who thinks everything else tastes like cardboard, cannot tell yours.
Nice. That's the idea. That's the idea.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
usually
it's got like 25 grams of soluble fiber.
yes, lots of fiber.
Fiber. And
Lots of protein. And I'm
100
coming
calories
out.
compared to 200 calories. Yeah.
And I'm coming out with a little bit of a new formulation that's going to add protein to it. So it's going to be about 15 grams of protein per serving, plus the high fiber, low calorie. And, when you're if you're on a diet or just being healthy, if you're diabetic, usually pasta is the first thing to get kicked off the menu. It's the first thing, one of the first things you have to give up, but everybody loves it. You don't want to feel like you're missing out on eating pasta. But a lot of substitutes for pasta or healthier alternatives are not good. They don't give you the same pasta eating experience. Zucchini noodles are not the same.
No.
I do love spaghetti squash, but it's not the same. And then some of the healthier versions.
Squash spaghetti.
not the same.
No,
It's not the same.
And I do love it. Maybe I would love to do a frozen meal with it someday, but it's not the same pasta eating experience, the gratifying experience. So I wanted something that makes you feel like you're not compromising anything at all. That's the idea.
So, do you have to go to you have this? You've made these great recipes and you put them in the jar, and then you have to come up with your what's in it, like how many calories and this and that. How do you do?
It's actually pretty easy. There is a website that everybody uses. It's called Recipal. So you basically put a recipe into this website. You fill out a form, and it will calculate for you based on the ingredients and the amounts of each ingredient what the calorie is, what the fiber is, what the calcium, potassium, all of that.
Oh, wow.
It will calculate it for you.
That's great.
And
It's
that's
pretty easy, actually.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Recipel. I'm going to remember that because I do my own spreadsheets for calories. But, I would love to know the calcium and other content.
And for every dish you do, if you ever write a cookbook or print out your recipes, you can make a nutrition box to go along with it.
Do you have any dietary restrictions that you have to deal with in your cooking, Kelly? And in your cooking, I mean what you order on Uber Eats.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No,
See, we just came across the FODMAP diet.
Okay.
Where Mark is on the FODMAP diet. So we have, by the way, did you know that you can make Japanese rice noodles as spaghetti?
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yes, and it gives the same al dente. It's not pasta, but you can fool yourself.
Okay, that's all that matters is that you can fool yourself, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are your favorite Italian? What are your favorite foods? Not just Italian. But tell me what you love to cook.
I love to cook everything. I guess that's a cliche answer, but as far as Italian food goes, I love making meat sauces. I love making maybe a short rib ragu or like a sauce that has sausage in it and beef. I love making meatballs. I love making Italian meatloaf. That's something that I've been making recently, and I make the mixture like I would a meatball, but just instead of rolling it into balls, you just make it, and it's so delicious with sauce. And I love making that. As far as a vegetarian dish goes, I love pasta with eggplant and tomato sauce. I love eggplant in general. Everything. I mean, I cook a lot of Italian at home, but for example, earlier today for dinner, I made steak and veggie fajitas.
Oh,
and that was good, and mango guacamole because I had mangoes.
Ooh.
So I like experimenting.
yeah, mango salsa is one of my favorite things.
It was good. It was
Have
very
you ever
fresh.
had mango salsa?
I really like my salty stuff to be salty, not sweet. I don't like to mix the mango with the salsa.
So you don't put cranberries in your salad with blue cheese?
No, I will
and
do
stuff?
cranberries with blue cheese, but not with my tomato sauces type stuff.
Oh, well,
What do you do about the bread with your keto-friendly stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I will leave the bread out. Unfortunately, you have to leave the bread out. But there are, maybe I'll do an Italian bread someday that's lower carb because there are more low carb breads that are out now. For the fajitas tonight, I got the keto tortillas that you can buy. You can buy zero net carb tortillas.
Yeah.
They don't taste exactly the same, but they still give you that, again, that feeling, and you can fool yourself.
Yes. I've been eating those for about a month. I make my
love
sandwiches at lunch, and I love them.
I love them. I put peanut butter on them. I love them. I've been making my own homemade peanut butter too, and it's so
how
good.
fun.
Oh, wow.
It's so good. It's so easy.
I took a cheese making class once. It was the most fun, and you just swirled this bag of curd around in the air, and there was buttermilk on one hand, and there was butter there, and then there was mozzarella cheese at the end. It was, and now I don't remember how to do it, but maybe
Sounds fun though.
It does sound fun. I was younger then and had more upper body strength.
The mozzarella can be complicated, and it gets really hot when you have to mold it. Ricotta is a little bit easier. Ricotta cheese, you just need milk, maybe some citric acid, and a food thermometer, and that's it. And you test it, and you strain it, and
Wow.
it's delicious.
That sounds fun.
Because
Yeah.
I get a lot of recipes that call for ricotta.
Have you ever thought about doing a cooking class with?
Yes, I have. I have.
Ooh, I'm up. I'm signing
I
up.
have thought about it, and I coined a new word a couple of years ago, and then I've started creating merch to go along with it. It's called Nashvilliano. It's for anything that's Italian and Nashvilliano. So I've started doing merchandise with it and selling it, and I would love to do the Nashvilliano School of Italian Cooking and Language or something like that.
So there
That's
would
an
be,
idea I
It'd
have.
be like biscuits and sauce, not gravy. In other words, you'd go and you would say, "I would like an order of biscuits and sauce."
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Or fried okra.
Yes.
Fried okra with fresh basil.
Yes.
And mozzarella.
Yes, you can Italianize anything.
Yeah.
You can Italianize
there's
anything.
No okra in Italy, is there?
I've never had okra in Italy.
Okay. I know it's a big deal in India, but I didn't think it was in.
I don't think I've ever had it in Italian food, but it probably exists.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Well,
used
it
in
will
regionally
when
somewhere.
you get it, if you get
Yeah.
your hands on it.
Yeah.
By the way, folks, Gina's Skinny Italian is what is your moniker on Facebook and IG. And
Yeah.
if you guys want to see what her husband gets to eat every day because you post these magnificent things. Now I got to wait. I've got a great question for you. No, wait a minute. Your answer will be great. The question is
Okay.
so. Are there any similarities, comparisons, and contrasts between putting together a recipe for a dish or putting together a song list for a gig or album? And I mean, I have always been of the school that Nashville is this hotbed of creativity, and it takes all sorts of forms. And in this, you've got these two outlets. You know, the balances, the ingredients. Choosing the originals and the tried and true stand-ups for each. You know you're going to have basil.
Yeah.
But what about curry? You know you're going to have
Right.
Sam Cooke.
Right.
I
I guess for each recipe, you want the ingredient to make sense and fit in with the overall theme, but you also want it to be able to stand on its own. I guess you can compare a song to that, I suppose.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. So, you said frozen food.
Yes.
Now, I know you've got your line of sauces.
Yes.
Which and they are delicious. And I was going to hold up a bag of your penne, but it's gone from our cupboard.
I should have brought one with me next time.
You say you had a question?
I have a question.
Okay, you have a question, then I'll go to frozen food.
I was going to skip away from food at the moment. I want to know about your singing and when's your next gig and like what's going on in that side of your life.
I'm still singing.
Because this is blowing up, and I don't
Yeah.
know how you do both. But
I really don't always do both because it's really hard to do. It's really hard to concentrate on two things like that at the same time. Music has really been much more on the back burner since the pandemic, since I started the business, and I never imagined in my life that it would be. I mean, it was lived and breathed it, and I could never imagine that I'd be doing anything else. But I do still sing. I still record. I have a gig coming up June 20th at Eastside Bowl.
Oh, good.
So I'm excited about that. I'm also putting together an international night, September 20th. It's going to be a night of international music at the 5 Spot.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. I'll be
Fun.
posting more about that. I'll post it on my food page as well. I'll fit the Italian
great.
into it. I've been. I think if I do another album, I would love to do an Italian language album. So that's something I've never done before at this point, and I love it.
You mean
so
you're going to sing
in Italian? Yes,
I
sing in
love-
Italian. Some original, some covers. So that's what I'm thinking. So I am singing, and I still do gigs, not as nearly as much, but it still satisfies me, I guess.
Oh, and you are what was it? Somebody called you are a gritty down. I mean, you go down, you reach down, and that sound comes from way underneath. You guys, trust me, we'll be posting all sorts of songs, by you. Now, one of the things that we do here on Front Porch AF is try to have positive actions that people can take, and you have a group, an organization that I know you wanted to let people know about. Yeah, Rocks.
Yeah, it's
Tell
not
me
not
about-
my organization.
No, but it's an organization
something that I love.
that you love, and tell us about it.
Yeah, and it's run by wonderful people. I think when you're young, when you're growing up, I think it's so important to have a sense of community when you're forming your identity. And for me, that was always music. I always participated in music in school, in the band and the orchestra, and it can be hard to be in middle school, grade school, middle school, and high school, and it kind of gives you a sense of purpose. And having a community like that is a really good thing. So Yeah Rocks helps youth. With music, songwriting, playing their instruments. They have after-school programs, summer camps. They're always doing concerts, and it just kind of gives them a sense of community and helps them create music, and it's a creative outlet, and they're welcoming to all, and it's a really great organization.
And we will have links to YEAH. Yeah, Rocks.
Is that a national group or is
Yeah,
it
it
local?
is.
Oh,
Is it national, or are they just in Nashville?
Well,
Maybe, is it
I
national?
looked them up, and it says youth empowerment through arts and humanities, and it looked national. But so they've obviously got a great website.
Yeah.
But even if it's just Nashville, they will take your support from anywhere.
that's
around.
fantastic.
Yes, it's a wonderful
Yeah.
thing to support. So
Yeah.
definitely check it out.
So what's next?
What's next?
I said frozen food, but should I come back to frozen food?
Well, frozen food is down the line. I don't know if that's next. Next is I'm coming out with more pasta shapes for low-carb pasta. If I do another product that's not sauce or pasta, I would like to do a jarred soup.
Cappelletti, please.
Excuse me?
Cappelletti.
Capellini.
Capellini. Yeah, Capellini.
It's going to be another short pasta. It's going to be like the
a
curly,
ditalini?
the curly one.
If you
rotini.
do it, rotini. Okay.
Yeah.
If you ever get ditalini on your radar,
Okay.
I will buy everything.
That's the little tubes, right?
Yeah,
Ditalini.
tiny
so
tubes.
what kind of shapes can you choose from?
Well, a lot. It depends on the
Dog,
machines
little dog
it depends
paws.
on the machine that your manufacturer has. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing any long noodles anytime soon, but I would like to someday. I would love to do a lasagna noodle, but it just requires different machinery. So
I see.
Depends on that. So that I would love to do a jarred soup as well, an Italian soup that is also healthy in a jar. I would love to do that. I'm expanding into Kroger starting next month in June 21st. So I'm still figuring that out. I'm still learning the grocery industry. It's just as complicated and competitive as the music industry, if not more. So,
But you'll be on end caps, and that is
I am.
very,
yes,
very
great exposure. So Kroger, I'm going to do
Gina
28 stores.
Skinny Italian.
Yes,
That's
the sauce
awesome.
and the pasta. 28 stores in Middle Tennessee, and hopefully expanding from there. I think I'm going to be expanding within Publix as well. I'm on Amazon, and that's going really well. I've talked to Stacy also about giving me some pointers for TikTok Shop.
Yeah,
for TikTok, and
she's our guru.
Yeah,
our
she's
guru.
good. It's another universe that I still need to explore. So one thing at a time, and it's a lot, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been an adventure.
One thing at a time. Thank you. Are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's about time. Yeah. Anyway, we're raising our glasses, and MANGIA.
raise the cigarettes.
Which is Italian. for
Mangia, mangia.
Mangia.
And buon appetito.
Yeah, buon appetito. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Gina Sicilia
thank you.
and Gina Skinny Italian.
Oh, yeah.
And a tribute to Sam Cooke. But the actual real name of the album is not, a tribute to Sam Cooke is the subtitle
Yes.
of the album.
It's Bring It On Home.
Bring It
a
On
tribute to Sam
Home.
Cooke. Yes.
A tribute to Sam Cooke on Blue Elan Records.
Yes,
Trust
it
me,
is out.
you are going to thank me for this.
Yeah, I can't wait to go listen to that.
Oh.
Yeah. Anything.
Thank you.
As Lost and Looking. Lost and Looking for My Baby. You sing the hell out of that.
I love that song.
Oh,
I love that
man.
song. I had to do it. I had to do that song, right?
Speaking of Carrollton, which isn't the Carroll County in Mississippi that I thought it was, I first heard, and believe me, I've been listening to Sam Cooke since the 50s. I first remembered hearing Lost and Looking on a road trip to Carroll County, Mississippi.
Okay,
And
that
that's a
sounds like
long
a
time.
whole nother episode.
Oh,
Road
yeah.
trip to Carroll
that-
County,
A road-
A whole
Mississippi.
episode devoted to road trips. That could
Yeah.
be a great
road
episode.
trips. Okay, what do we got coming up?
Well, I wish I knew.
I do.
Okay.
You'll thank me later. Okay. We have realtor Rachel Owen on
Yeah.
buying and selling houses.
That's your Rachel.
And we got a listener suggestion. Did I tell you this?
No.
That we have a listener suggestion to have the Equity Alliance on, a Nashville civil rights organization. I do not know anybody there personally.
We can find somebody there.
I'm sure, but if any of our listeners knows anybody at the Equity Alliance here in Nashville, please DM
You know
me.
who we do have coming up? Who we haven't scheduled her yet, but she's committed. Is the new CEO. The CEO. She's the new CEO of the new women's basketball team that's going to be in Nashville.
Yes, Nancy Van
Nancy Van Rees is coming
Nancy,
up.
you know, she can hear us. I swear, when we say her name on air, She can hear us.
Yes.
We
Hey,
love
Nancy.
her. CEO. And what's the basketball? Oh, we won't know the basketball name
I don't think
until
they
July.
really. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to reveal that. So we got
And
a
then
lot
we
of
got
good
my
stuff coming
Rachel
up.
Campbell coming. So
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And go to our website. This is your portion of the show. Okay.
all right, you can find us on the internet at www.frontporchaf.com on all the socials, almost all the socials: Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok.
YouTube, but not
Never ever.
ever.
And now it's called X. How do we make a mockery of that?
I just think we don't.
Until then.
I think
When
we need to
gather.
go.
No, so until next time. Your next line's yours.
Until we gather on the front porch.
Audio front porch. Grab a drink.
I'm just.
All
I'm
right,
so.
raise your
I'm so-
glasses and solve
all the problems of the world.
All right.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.